ORB 2 has finally released, and I love it. For anyone who does not know, ORB is an object show that is amazing and completely underrated. It's been over 2 years since the first episode, but now we get to see the cumulative effort of all that time. So was it worth it? Yeah. ORB episode 2 does what most episode 1s do in object shows: introduce the host, form the teams, and do a challenge. The first episode of ORB was entirely dedicated to these characters and their lives, which streamlines the process of starting the competition. Aside from many newcomers, we already know these characters a decent amount. Team forming is one of my favorite parts of object shows, and as far as they go, ORB does a pretty good job. Characters will flip-flop between teams, dynamics being defined and shown, and of course the best part, team jingles. I really enjoyed ORB's approach to team names, as it seems that the whole team has to actually agree on it for it to be official. There are multiple fake team names like Leftovers, which even gets its own satisfying jingle. I think the team names can be a bit stereotypical compared to other shows though. Like how 2 of the teams are just impossible to pronounce, with a team with no name and a team who is static with ends falling from it. The show still does have some fun names though, like Bob Smith. Something that is unique are the indicators of who is on each team. Each contestant had a block above them with their icon representing them. The characters will bump into these and move them, and in a specific case, rather than threaten to shoot the actual contestant, shoot the icon as a way of telling them not to join the team. One of the best new elements of this episode is the host, ORB. They bring that fun personality and liveliness that many other hosts do to their shows, but with some lore. Apparently this is not the first time people have competed in ORB's show. Let alone this specific group, which just a month ago was doing just that. Not only that, but there seems to be no prize, but if the challenge isn't completed then ORB will take over the universe? In this vein, the show is definitely more confusing than series similar to it. This fits with the fact that the characters aren't really objects, most of them just being weird creatures. The character designs are just a joy to look at. Stomp is a new personal favorite and is so quirky. The animation is clearly a priority for the creator. They have a full-time job but are actually using ORB to get better at and learn animation. The art makes the show worth watching, let alone the everything else about it. The way ORB, the character that is animated for instance, just works really well. They are made of a bunch of wobbly lines and they can send out another head from their mouth. It's really creative stuff. Unlike lots of shows which just have characters with arms and legs, characters with only legs, and sometimes only or arms or nothing, the designs are a breath of fresh air. So many contestants have several limbs, or they can't move in any way at all. One of them is a giant building that goes up to the clouds and does not speak English. They are all truly otherworldly ravenous beasts. Moving to the challenge, it was fine. The challenge this time round was to touch ORB's vessel, and the last team to do so loses. This involved lots of slapstick shenanigans and decent jokes and plans. It does have a general lack of tension, with certain teams seamlessly executing a plan while Bob Smith just has to wait for their one member who can run to participate, but overall it was fun to watch everything come together. I feel like ORB is a definitive object show that needs more love. It hasn't blown me away yet, but I feel like with some more character development and some drama it could really be something special. I know I skimmed over it a lot, but I just recommend watching it. That was me, Golden Archetype, and stay gold everyone, stay gold. Ending.